Hey everybody, it is Econ with Dave, back with another one. I have two videos I want to make tonight. I'll be super quick, but I thought they were extremely relevant. I'll put the tweet right here. Exxon is borrowing up to 1 million barrels of crude from the strategic reserve within America. Now, this is not something that I've seen happen before, but history will prove me wrong. So here's what's going on first. So how did they end up borrowing from America's emergency reserve? Well, the Biden-era price control loans of 2021 had the Department of Energy looking to blunt a surge in the retail gasoline prices. ExxonMobil was first awarded a contract to draw 4.8 million barrels from the strategic reserve, and this was a second contract announced December 30th of 2021 that added another 2 million barrels, lifting its total loan to 6.8 million. The crude had been repaid plus up to a 9.1% interest in kind by September 30th of 2024. These exchanges were strictly a price management tool. Exxon received ordinary barrels it could immediately run at its Gulf Coast refineries, and customers saw the relief at the pump. So what was going on as well? I fast forward into mid-July of 2025. Now it's really the quality, not really the price, that had to do with the story we're looking at today. So the offshore Mars-grade crude arrived with dangerously high zinc levels that caused a fell, and that was one of the negative reasons that caused a catalyst in the refinery that led us here. Exxon confirmed its quality problems and began cutting rates at its Louisiana refinery. Exxon tried to dump the tainted cargo on spot market while scrambling for a clean stock feed. The company fallback was to request a emergency strategic reserve exchange. The Department of Energy approved up to 1 million barrels, enough to keep the Baton Rouge facility running, while all of the necessary changes to ensure that these zinc levels didn't happen again were taking place. Exxon must return the oil plus extra barrels to make the entire reserve whole. The contamination loan is framed as a refinery outage preventive measure, not a price control exercise. Department of Energy warned that a prolonged Baton Rouge slowdown could ripple through gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel supplies along the U.S. Southeast and Mid-Atlantic region. So why is this different from what had happened last time? Three different motives, one tool. 2021, it was to tame retail fuel prices after the COVID-era shocks. 2022 through 2023 was a brighter White House drawdown to fight inflation. And 2025 was to avert a refinery shutdown caused by bad crude. The political backdrop, the 2021 and 2022 drawdowns occurred under President Biden, and this exchange happens underneath the Trump administration, even after they look to pledge to refill the strategic reserve, while also looking to grant specific loans as they would come needed and due for the national apparatus to be secured in terms of not insane pops in prices for oil. The payback mechanism, unlike outright sales, the exchange deal requires the borrower to return the same grade plus a premium, essentially interest paid in oil, so taxpayers are not left off worse. The quality-related exchanges are rare, but highlight how fragile refinery supply chains can be when a single crude stream is compromised. With the U.S. refiners already running near capacity during summer driving seasons, even a short disruption at a Baton Rouge could have more tightness within the nationwide market. ExxonMobil isn't a replay of earlier price control drawdowns. Rather, it is an emergency patch for the current crisis that threatens one of America's largest refineries. And that is currently what is going on in that situation. We'll be keeping our eye on it, seeing if there's any more. Will Exxon draw any more? That's what we're going to be looking at. But besides that, that should clear the air. The tweet was a little vague. I understand that they're just doing headlines, as what's stated in their, Twitter account. But it's really great to get a lot of this, information down and understand how government works in the background to not only benefit you, but to benefit me.